Okay, so that brings me to this.
Okay.
Doomsday movies, because that's something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to ask you about Doomsday movies. Specifically, the most recent one that came out. I love watching Doomsday movies. But the last one is the one on Netflix, y'all. I know y'all probably heard of it or seen it. Is the Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah. Executive producers. They said Barack and Michelle Obama.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. Oh Lord. Okay, that takes it to a whole nother level, y'all. Okay, so Leave the World Behind. This one was specifically because in the past the Doomsday movies have been about nature and natural disasters, and you hardly ever see any of them about just like a straight war being the end of the world or whatever. Maybe this wasn't the end of the world. Maybe this was just a catastrophic event. But it still was kind of like a doomsday movie.
Yeah, same thing. Is they attacked the power grid. There's a lot of things and messages throughout that movie. There's a young lady, I forgot who it was, I was listening to last night on TikTok, and she said she was going to do another video breaking it down about that movie in particular. And I can't remember the sister name, but it's like it's a lot of messages in there.
Yeah.
A lot of different jewels and nuggets in there. It's like how come the animals are responding to a frequency that
sound was playing, the deer,
that humanity couldn't hear or respond to unless the frequency was higher.
Okay.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, animals, they senses are more heightened than ours.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's, I watched it and they about the bunkers and different things like that.
In the movie?
Yeah, it's a bunker. The little girl at the end.
Oh, right. Yeah, in the basement.
That was a bunker.
Right.
Yeah. So they just tell you kind of like what could and may happen, in the future or the near future.
Ugh, Lord. I love Doomsday movie because I took at camp, when I was at summer camp, we learned how to dig holes, use the restroom. We learned a lot of stuff about nature, building fires. We literally cooked off a fire that we built from powdered eggs and bottled water. So we learned all that, the survival stuff. And then of course, when I was with you, fruits and vegetables, learn how to grow fruits and vegetables with Marvin. Majority, I think, of the Doomsday movie never come true. 2012, they say that's when the world was supposed to end through all these natural disasters was supposed to happen, and everybody was supposed to die except the people that got on the ship on the ark. They predicted that would happen in 2012. It never happened. But we have had a lot of natural disasters over the last 4 or 5 years, all over the world. So
maybe sometimes it's metaphor. Because let's look at a movie like The Walking Dead. So think about it. How many people walking around here dead?
COVID. Yeah. Remember when everybody thought COVID was going to turn people into zombies and stuff?
People are zombies already.
Before that, right?
Yeah, before that. People are zombies already. Think about it. Think about what the people are doing. They're zombies. They've been hacked. Yeah. Not even, it's like, what are you thinking? Because they're not thinking. They're walking dead. Yeah. They're dead inside.
Yeah.
They have no consciousness.
Like people that go around shooting up schools and...
They hack. That's the walking dead. If somebody come by and bite you, that means they infect you, right? So they infect you with the poison that they're infected with. And so now you walking around like the walking dead. Why? Because you've been around them. So, but if you have a virus in you, they're not going to attack you. But
that's how it happened in zombie movies.
Yeah, World Z with
World War Z.
World War Z with who was that? Brad Pitt.
Yeah. I seen that.
People that had the cancer, and he figured out okay, if I inject myself with some type of pathogen, then they will. But you think about it, it's the same today. People are not happy being miserable by themselves. The people that are miserable
need company.
So it's the same thing. So they don't want to infect people who are already infected. They want to try to go after the people. So they'll try to come and contaminate whatever person. Oh, you just too good. Let me see if I can contaminate you.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, you need to shake that butt a little something. Girl, you need to give up some coolness. Girl, go ahead and get a little $100 or something. Let that man sniff your coochie or something like that.
Or somebody that's then went through a divorce or something. Oh, girl, leave that man. Girl, leave him alone. Oh, your misery love company.
Or even it's like people go and commit crimes. And if you with somebody, it's like, hey, you got to pull the trigger if you want to hang around us. Because if you don't, we don't trust you.
Oh, gang initiation. Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? Or even in the LGBTQ community. It's like, how is it that if you want to go and a grown man, you was born with a man, your testosterone, your DNA, your molecular structure is different, but you want to compete in a woman's sport. I don't have nothing against the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
What you do, that's your business.
Yeah.
Create a whole lane. If you want to dress up in drag, if you want to compete, start a
In
whole
sports.
different competition of sports.
Now I'm still competing with other men.
But if you got a man that's thinking that he's a woman or claiming to be or identify as, so what's the difference? That's my point. Or if you have somebody that try to turn you, you know what I'm saying? If they live in that lifestyle and they try to turn somebody that's not living that lifestyle, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Like somebody that's hacked with a virus trying to infect somebody who's not.
Yes.
Or somebody who's an alcoholic and trying to get somebody else to drink.
Oh yeah.
So it's already happening. The virus is.
I was about to say that's been a thing.
It's been a thing
since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
That's why they say you are who you hang around.
Yeah.
Like regardless of how you try to like fight it, and regardless of like how you try to do like cut out your own path. Not saying that we're not powerful enough to like withstand temptation and everything, because we are. It only can happen for a certain amount of time. Like that's why like my solitude, like I go into solitude when I'm like going through some stuff, when I'm grieving. I lost, some people in the past very close to me since I was 15 years old. But it's like during that grieving time, I gotta sit by myself. Like I gotta sit with my emotions, because my misery don't love company. Yeah. I seen a post that said something like that. My misery don't love company, because I know how powerful we are to be able to like project emotions and feelings and realities and our experiences here onto other people. It's natural. Like everything's an exchange of energy. So even like I said, sometimes it's not even intentional. People don't even know that they're doing it, but you are at like all the time, drinking, smoking. I can only sit in a room with people that are drinking while I'm sober for so long. I'm going to be bored. They're going to be aggravated because I didn't get the joke, because I'm not on a level. I'm not on a frequency. So it's only a matter of time. Like you're around people that's constantly drinking and smoking. Like it's not going to mix well too long. It's like what they call it, oil and water.
Oil and water.
Yeah, it's like oil and water. It's not going to mix.
Yeah.
Unless you go ahead and make that decision to give into temptation and indulge.
Yep. Get infected with the virus.
Yeah. Get infected with the virus.
Yeah. I've been infected. Over time, I've been infected with the virus. And so
Me too. I think we all have.
Yeah, we all have, So nobody's exempt from being affected with the virus.
Yeah.
The thing is like, when you continue to be, it's like the time I knew I was The Walking Dead. I knew I was, because it was a time we were staying in Ferguson and on Evans. I think it was Evans. And me and her mom, we wasn't married at the time, I don't think. And these dudes said something to her. Now, I'm still deep in the streets at this time. And so she came in the apartment. She's like, these dudes said something to me. They could have said, hey, baby, you look beautiful. You look cute. I didn't know. She just said, they said something to me. Instantly, I went from 0 to 1,000. I saw nothing. It's like I turned into a zombie. So I took my .357 snug nose revolver. I took it, and I remember going outside. It's broad daylight, and I held my gun up, and I was about to kill these dudes. Wow. They didn't even see it coming. They were just having a conversation, just talking, just standing there. And they like 20 feet away from me, if that. And I guess Crystal, she came out and she like, what is he doing? And she called my name. Marvin. And it was like I snapped out of it. And I put the gun, I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And when I sat down, went back in the place, in the apartment, I sat on the couch, just shaking my head like, what was you thinking? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like I was the Walking Dead. I was in a trance. Here it is, I'm about to kill these boys for what I don't know in broad daylight. And they could have said, hey, baby, you look nice. You smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
How old were you at the time?
20.
Oh, wow. You was young.
21.
Oh, wow.
19. It's over there.
Oh,
I was a ticking time bomb.
Yeah. So when that energy just hit you, it was just like, I'm about to return it.
Yeah, I was teeing off on people left and right. You stepped on my shoes, I was knocking you out. You said something to me, I was knocking you out. You mugged me, you stared at me, I was knocking you out. Like, what the problem is? You got beef with me or something? So
That's St. Louis for you. That's that environment.
Yeah, I had that. You know, I was the Walking Dead. I had the virus.
Whew, Lord.
Yeah, so I'm glad I've been cured and healed from the virus.
Ashe. Ooh, Lord.
Ashe, O'Shea, Touche.
A ticking time bomb.
Yeah. I was angry, man. I was angry, and I took it out on people. And, you know, when you come out of the matrix, because so many matrix, when you come out a level of a matrix of bondage, and you begin to reflect and look back, and I was crying at times. And I was like, oh, God. I said, please forgive me. I said, I've hurt so many people. You know, it's like, oh my God, like my heart was heavy. You know, because I hurt people and I try to make amends to people, you know, that I did, but some of them, you know, they passed on or whatever. And you couldn't, you know, can't make amends to somebody who, so I just, you know, put God and say, you know, forgive me for the things I've done to that person. But it was just one young lady, and the girl just started talking to me. I'm still part of the Walking Dead. I was a virus. And so, but I was a virus that was dormant. You follow what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I didn't cause a lot of ruckus, but I was dormant.
Right.
But you wake that virus up.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
So she began to start talking about me. And, you know, I was steady dormant. And she started saying, oh, F you, you know, you big lip monk, you ain't gonna do. I said, hey, Chris, leave me alone. And she kept on going, oh, F you, you ain't gonna do nothing, blah, 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 blah. And when I opened my mouth, I broke her spirit. I called her everything under the sun, over the sun, in space, under the earth, to the
down in the bunker.
to the point where this girl went up on the porch. I remember her going on Kim's porch. I remember it like yesterday. She went on the porch and she balled up in a fetal position, the concrete porch, and wailed. It wasn't a cry. She wailed. I broke her spirit. And so Kat was like, man, that's enough, Marv, that's enough. I was like, F that me, and whoop, wop, whoop. I told her to stop, you know. Kat was laughing like, man, stop, Marv, that's enough. And I just wouldn't let up. And looking back on it, you know, it was 20 years later. This was almost about 10 years ago. And I reached out to her.
Oh, wow.
And I apologized to her.
Was that your last interaction with her when that happened?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So 20 plus years later, because I'm not infected no more. I'm not the Walking Dead. So
yeah.
I'm walking in a new life. I'm not in that part of the matrix anymore. So now I have a better comprehension of the power, not of just my words have power.
The power of the tongue, period.
The power of the tongue, period. But I don't know specifically for me, my words have power. And so I said, you know what? Let me at least. And she said, you know what? She said, I really appreciate that.
Oh, the apology?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that probably did volumes for her. You know what I'm saying? Probably healed some things because I know for a fact I broke her. I know I broke her. And I was like, what, 15? 16?
Oh, when that happened?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
I was like 15, 16.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, we were still in Normandy, you know, in high school. And so, and from that day forward, I said I would never, I'm talking about as a teenager, I said I would never, because even afterwards, I was thinking to myself, like, man,
I said a
the
lot.
conscious, you know, the spirit was like,
It was still there.
I was like, And I said I would never, ever talk down to anybody ever again. And I'm thinking like this as a teenager. I said I would never do it because I understood even then the power of my words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it never happen or?
No, I've never talked to anybody like that ever again.
Like that. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
I never
Okay.
never, ever.
Okay.
Like, because I understood even then the words that come out of this mouth, I knew something was different about me.
Okay.
For me to do that, for that young lady to wail.
Go do that?
Wail, she wasn't crying, she wailed.
What's wailed?
It's like, it was a sound she made.
Oh, it sounded like a hurt animal.
If anybody ever wailed before, it's beyond a cry. You can't even really explain it.
It's like when you get, when you go silent, when you get that real open, real bad, and you can't cry, like you can't let it out.
Nah, it ain't that.
We done had a couple of those.
It's an anguish. It's an anguish of your soul. It's something different. You can't even explain it. Yeah, it's different. And I knew I broke her. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, Lord.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't never heard of that one.
Yeah. Words are powerful, and especially for those who are chosen. And it's a few of y'all on here, and you need to watch your tongue. You know exactly who I'm talking to. And there's a reason why this conversation came up. Because you need to watch your tongue. You need to watch the words that you say to people. Because you're going to be held responsible.
And to yourself.
Yeah, you're going to be, because that energy that you put out, you're going to receive it 100-fold. Because now you have no excuse. Because now that you're hearing it, and I'm telling you that this is a warning. This is a warning for you. And for those that was on TikTok yesterday, when I was in prophetic mode, y'all already know. When the energy, when God started flowing through me, this is a warning for you. Keep your mouth closed. Stop using this weapon to people's demise and destruction. Yeah, because you're gonna bring it up on yourself. Yeah, the same energy you put out, you're gonna receive it 100-fold. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You ones, the chosen ones. You know what I'm talking about. So, yeah.
I would say just think. I would say just think about it. Just like look back at like things that have happened in the past that you like brought upon or prophesized or something. So I think I didn't realize the power of the tongue until I was like 24 when I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
St. Louis is different. Like y'all already know. Like I had to cause I got such a big family, so I got so many family members in St. Louis, cousins. My daddy got 14 kids. My mama got 11. Like my grandma got 10 kids. So it's like it'd be a lot going on. So it's just like a lot of words of it being exchanged, a lot of things going on. So I literally had to move out of St. Louis to really quiet my mind, like for real, and quiet my dang on mouth. But a lot of times it be from your own doubts, fears, insecurities, and defense. That's the thing too. I had to learn was to get away from. Stop being so defensive. Like get off the defense, get on the offense. But in a good way, not on the offense like that, but in a good way. So it was a lot of defensive talking, like especially being like amongst the youngest of a lot of siblings and cousins. It's like, it's different. Y'all know how it is. And you the oldest.
Yeah, I'm
You
older
the
of
oldest.
my siblings, yeah.
So yeah, so you the one that you probably told them what to do and raised them and helped them and taught them and
Right.
guided them. Like I'm on the other side of
Yeah.
that. When I moved here and I just started like just quieting mind and quieting my body and quieting my spirit and meditating and everything, and it was just like, okay, so I ain't gotta say too much. Okay, and then people start telling me like, dang, when you talk, that really resonated with me, or dang, when
Yeah.
you say stuff, it really like, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't know that. I just been talking out of defense and defending and protecting myself with my words for so long. It's just like, oh yeah, I need to,
Yeah.
I need to be quiet, change it up a little bit.
Now I teach by example.
Okay.
So now they look at me. They's like Marv, like
Okay.
especially Eddie and William, because they witnessed more stuff. You know what I'm saying? They witnessed more things.
With mom and stepdad.
No,
and
just with
everything.
me.
Oh, with you. Okay.
Big Marv from the streets.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Me shooting the 12 gauge out the attic window and stuff like that.
Because you 18, they like 11.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
but I kind of moved out when I was 16, so it was like a little younger.
Okay.
And I remember beating up this grown man for messing with my little brother Eddie. So they've seen stuff
Okay.
that, you know, from the streets. And so to come from Big Mall, from Pine Line to this, they like, dude, what happened to my big
What happened?
Marv, you're not the same dude. Like, you know, no, I'm not. I'm evolved.
Yeah. Or you just use that power in a different way.
I use it in a different way.
Use your tongue in a different way.
Different way.
Use your strength in a different way.
Yep.
Like it's just all the energy is just redirected.
Yeah, there it is. Because I'm not afraid of nobody. I wasn't afraid of folk. Like, you know, I started going to Aloha Gospel Night. I said, they ain't gonna be
Look, I can't keep tapping into that. Like, look, look.
Yeah.
I gotta flow this other way.
So that was the last time I put my hands on somebody when I was 21. So.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm like, I've been free and clean from these knuckles being used in that way. But still,
in a minute.
like you said, it's so above, so below. It reversed. So now I'm healing people with these hands, and so now the power.
It's still powerful hands.
Yeah.
It's just.
I use them in a different way.
Uh-huh.
This mind, this mouth, I use it in a different way. The energy, I use it in a different way. So I'm not fearful. I'm not afraid of the governments, the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk around. I walk solo by myself a lot of places. And so I do the same thing today. I don't watch over my back. For what? I ain't doing that. I'm walking with God now. Man, ain't nothing they can do to me.
Ooh, okay. That brings me to the next topic of conversation. He said you're walking with God. Actually, next time. We out of time. I'll ask that with next time we're talking about love and fear. Okay. Yes. And pertains to God. So, but tune in next time, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Share this with someone who you know that may be needing to hear any of these messages, who just may need a good word, who may be elevating, who may be going through spiritual, who may want to learn how to redirect their energy and their power. Whatever it is, we are infinite and evolving. Yes. We are evolving. I'm going to get it right.
Yes.
We're evolving infinitely, but everything mind, body, and spirit. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are elevating our mind, body, and spirit. Peace. Mwah.
Peace.